Walking around with my hand on my cause I'm popping and I know you're not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting walk, got a big Benz like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with a no, it's top
I got
notch.
that taken to golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your Reynolds Da Vinci is white.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this one up to the 26. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Love. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. K1 short. Coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Love. And the pressure gets to him again.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Take it at the 37. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now the rookie from Arizona State, it's Kalen Ballage. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Detroit! Detroit!
On the toss, here's Ballage. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
3rd and 1, Lauletta wants to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They run it with Balaj. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Now Balaj. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. A good hold. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and, yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it's helped his legs along the way as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. On 2nd and 10, Locke. Flush to his right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They go play action here on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Chandler Jones in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Balaj. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Gone! Detroit! Gone!
This is 3rd and long. Here's Lauletta. Open man is Holmes. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Leopard!
They'll run here with Balaj. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit!
And they'll run it here. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Flag 99 Philly, here we go.
3rd and 2, Lauletta. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now Brown. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air, Luck on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Jerron Brown. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, Luck. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now second and 13. Out of the gun, Luck. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner. Toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And it's third down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Luck, and that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They snap it to Luck. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Bucs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Chris Long in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 42 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Leopard! No, check, Patriot!
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a play fake, and it's Lauletta. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 1st down, Love. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw on 2nd down is Locke, eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A shotgun snap for Love. He rifles one that's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's Luck now on second down. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On third down, here's Kamara. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The 13 yards that time at a first. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off of play action. Luck. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence, because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Luck now to throw. To Michelle on the dump off. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now a first down throw. Luck drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. "13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Toss play to Balaj. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And on the ground they go with a running back. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Lawletta, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 55 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kalen Ballage with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And he'll bang that one through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. A little juke. And now running right through it. Now a hit and a loose football. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Luck. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Luck. Steps away to his... And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue
Lauletta looking to throw on second down. Going up top. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Lauletta. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
On second down, here's Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown. And frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Talk.
Throwing on third down, Love. And he finds Julius Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
11.
Luck on first down. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, 4 down.
Again, it's Balaj. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's third down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Patriot! Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
Back to throw, Lauletta. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. From the gun, here's Locke. Connects with Sanu right side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Locke. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And this will be taken at the 13. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Leopard.
They'll start with a give here to Balazs. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll stay on the ground. Balazs again. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Gun. Check. Watch 54. Detroit.
From the gun, here's Lauletta. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lauletta. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And they'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Morris Claiborne makes the play defensively.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to roam now. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
I like the call. Inside the red zone running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
On second down, Johnson hopping over the top. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Back 55, right there. Back 99, Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56.
And they'll run it here. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And the kick by Butker is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points. Now a hit and lock. Lost the football. It's out. And the Buccaneers have it.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind that it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This time it's 3rd and 3. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 54 yards away. And Butker able to put this one through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And out now come the Eagles. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Getting it out left side to Sanu. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Wrong.
On 1st and 10, Locke. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Watch you now, Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Four down. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. All right, now, lucky 56. Right there. Gun! Mike's by 4.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. With it is Brown. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Love. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll take this back all the way up past across the 45-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving. So
the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8. Throwing is long. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a pitch out to Kamara. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. One last throw here for Love. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?